Hello, we are the Holland family, and my name is Casey Holland. These are my kids, Genevieve, Arabella, and Finley, and my wife, Stephanie. We moved here about 5 years ago, and we moved into a little house right up the street where we got a couple of goats and some chickens, and at the moment we even have our neighbor's goats and donkey at our place. Um, about 5 years ago, we joined Keller United Methodist Church, and one of the things we really love about it are just the pastors and the senior people at the church. Their energy and their delivery and their messages and communications and sermons is unlike any place I've ever been to before. And they sprinkle in a little bit of humor and humility and self-deprecation that is certainly unique and keeps you engaged and entertained. So.
Yeah, I think we really enjoy the message that we hear in the sermons. Recently we really focused on turning hearts to God and neighbor, and that really resonated with us as a family as we were getting to know the church. And we're looking for a community that really embraces and encourages inclusiveness in the community. This is a value that's really important to us at home. So it was important for us as a church family as well, in an environment where our kids are going to be regularly, to sort of reinforce those same values. And also, we were looking for an environment that we felt was authentic and real. We aren't naturally drawn to the rock concert megachurch environment. We're looking for something where you really engage with people on a personal level. You get to know, the young children, the people our age, the senior population, and just really feel like you have an extended family, and not just a drop-in kind of a thing. So, so far this has been an exceptional home away from home for us, and something we valued above all else, and something we've been struggling to find. Before moving to Keller, was a very strong children's program. And so we've been very, very excited and pleased with the support and the events that Keller provides for all three of our children at all different ages. One of the first events, I think when we moved here, Pastor Jason invited us to a trunk or treat. It was just before COVID. Things were normal, and so we were still very new to the church, just been here a few weeks, and Pastor Jason, I think the Valendis were still fairly new to the church at that time too, and he invited us, and he's like, well, why don't you also just go ahead and do a trunk? And we're like, okay, it's like day of, but well, sure, we'll figure it out. So we went home, and I kind of had, I decorate for the season, so I just pull a bunch of things together, and I'm like, okay, we'll do a trunk, and we came out with our huge basket of candy, and I loved that first experience of not just coming to the event, but being a part of the event and getting sort of roped in, pulled in, whatever you want to call it, and actually sitting there and handing out candy to, hundreds, maybe 1,000 kids. I can't remember. It was a ton of children. It was overwhelming. I'd never seen so many kids at a Methodist church event. So it was an incredible thing to start. And then we happened to be sitting next to Carl, who runs the church choir. And so Carl starts to invite us to the choir programs. And I said, well, I happen to have a mother who sings in the choir. She's moving to Trophy Club. I'm trying to find her a church home. So a little shout out to Sherry Balthrop, who's now singing in the choir with Carl. All right, so cut to just the two parents. The three kids reached their limit on screen time, so we're going to continue and push on with our message. And I just want to say, as we, finish this out and close this out, how grateful we are for our church family. There have been periods of time in the last few years where we've had, medical concerns or job strains. And obviously even just going through COVID was difficult. And this community has always been here for us, reached out to us, supported us in various ways that I cannot even begin to say thank you enough for the support that we've received. So we're doing well, we're doing good, and we just want to thank everyone.
And they offer coffee.
And there's
So,
coffee.
coffee and humor. So,